Why relationships are so hard today, and what you can do about it. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like making real friends is harder than it used to be? That maintaining a healthy relationship feels like solving a puzzle with missing pieces? That family gatherings leave you more drained than connected? And that your workplace feels more like a battlefield than a community? You're not alone. Today, we live in a world more connected than ever before, yet somehow, many of us feel more isolated, misunderstood, and emotionally exhausted than any previous generation. Why is that? And what can we do about it? In this video, we're diving deep into the real reasons why relationships today, friendships, romantic connections, family ties, even workplace bonds, feel so complicated. And most importantly, we'll explore how you can build and maintain genuine, healthy connections in a world that often feels emotionally disconnected. Why relationships are so hard today, and what you can do about it. 1. The modern relationship crisis. Today, the internet and social media have penetrated every corner of our lives, offering limitless connections, yet, so many people feel increasingly disconnected, misunderstood, and emotionally exhausted than any previous generation. We can swipe through thousands of potential partners. We can keep in touch with friends from across the globe. We can join work calls from our bedrooms. But here's the catch. Digital convenience doesn't equal emotional depth. Young people today are reporting record levels of loneliness, anxiety, and social burnout. In a 2023 study by the APA, 73% of Gen Z respondents said they often feel alone. That's not a coincidence. Our modern lives, driven by technology and hyper-productivity, often push real connection to the margins. Let's take a look at how that plays out in different types of relationships. 2. Friendship in the age of filters. Friendship has always been essential to human well-being. But today, many people feel like their friendships are shallow or one-sided. Why? Social media plays a huge role. We often confuse likes and comments with real emotional support. We organize our lives to appear fine or successful, which makes empathy and understanding more difficult. As a result, there's a lack of compassion between people, and it's hard to truly connect with one another. Here's a powerful truth. You don't need 100 friends. You need a few real ones. People you can laugh with, cry with, and be your unfiltered self with. Tips to build real friendships. Prioritize quality over quantity. Be brave enough to be the first to reach out. Make time. True friendship requires sharing and connecting whenever you can. Be present. Put the phone down when you're with people. Yes, it's not easy for anyone, but you need to push through this barrier to build real connection. 3. Love in the world of the internet and social media. Dating today is often like shopping on Amazon, endless options, instant gratification, and high expectations. But love doesn't thrive on convenience. It thrives on commitment, patience, and mutual growth. Here's the problem. A lot of us are dating with a consumer mindset. We're focused on what we can get, rather than what we can build. And that leaves us feeling empty. What makes love last? Emotional safety. Can you both be vulnerable without fear? Shared growth. Are you helping each other become better? Mutual respect. Not just during the good times, but during disagreements. Tips for healthier romantic relationships. Stop idealizing and start humanizing. Real people have flaws. Communicate directly and kindly. Define your values before you date. What truly matters to you? Don't rush. Let love grow slowly and honestly. Romantic relationships should be a source of strength, not stress. 4. Family isn't easy, and that's okay. We don't get to choose our family. And sometimes, that makes things really complicated. Expectations, generational differences, past wounds, they all play a role. In some families, emotional expression is discouraged. In others, boundaries are blurred. These dynamics can make even a simple dinner feel like a landmine. What can help? Accept that your parents or relatives may never fully understand you, and that's okay. Focus on what you can control, your boundaries, your communication, your healing. Seek outside support when needed. Therapy isn't just for trauma, it's for clarity. Tips for navigating family relationships. Set and communicate boundaries clearly. Don't try to change people who aren't open to change. Celebrate the small wins, a peaceful call, a kind gesture. If the relationship between you and your family is too toxic and stressful, seek support and help from outside. Reach out to society and build connections with people who bring more positivity and joy into your life. Reduce your dependence on the place that makes your life miserable and full of suffering. You deserve to feel safe in the relationships you keep. Even family needs to earn that. 5. Workplace relationships, surviving and thriving. Work used to be just about the job. Now, it's also where we spend most of our waking hours. And yet, workplace dynamics can be some of the most toxic, confusing, or emotionally exhausting. Maybe your boss micromanages you. Maybe a colleague constantly takes credit for your work. Maybe you just don't feel seen. You're not imagining it. Workplace relationships often lack trust, empathy, and psychological safety. What you can do: be respectful, but don't be a doormat. Document everything. Protect yourself. Build small alliances. A lunch buddy, a mentor, a colleague you trust. Set emotional boundaries. You don't owe anyone access to your inner world just because they share an office with you. And if the culture is toxic beyond repair, leave. Your mental health is worth more than a paycheck. 6. The common thread: emotional courage. So, what's the common thread across all these relationship struggles? It's not just society. It's not just them. It's also about us. To build meaningful relationships, we need to develop emotional courage. That means being honest, even when it's awkward, being vulnerable, even when it's scary, being kind, even when you're hurt. You can't control how others behave, but you can choose to show up with empathy, boundaries, and courage. And that's how you start building the relationships you deserve. Finally, relationships are hard. They've always been, but they're also what make life meaningful. If you're struggling right now, I want you to know, you're not broken. You're not behind. You're just human. So keep showing up. Keep choosing growth over comfort. Keep being real. Because the right people, the real people, will meet you there. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, share it with someone who might need it. And if you want more content on real human connection, don't forget to subscribe. Take care.